Modern world is bad. It is inhumane, unfair, and unjust. This is the world of money. It is not for the people. It is for those who produce money, for bankers and financiers. And ordinary people just serve them as attendants. They sweep their palaces. What lies behind the social welfare? Labor. But why does the banker live in 100 and 1,000 times better than worker, than peasant? Why does wildcatter live better? All of them. Do they work harder? It's nonsense. It's ridiculous to say. They do not even produce anything. No material values. But why? Don't you know? Moreover, perhaps you wonder with all sincerity now, reading all of this. Well, banker and worker, simple hard worker like me or my neighbor Johnny? It cannot be compared. Banker is a bank. Money, relations, and contacts. But who are we together with Johnny? Nobody. Naturally, the banker lives better than we do. But there is nothing natural here. The point is that everyone got used to this state of affairs, and they took it for granted. As a matter of course, a banker has to live better, and it cannot be otherwise. But it may be otherwise. So why? Why does a banker work less, but live better? Better than worker or miner? However, intuitively, you've got the answer by yourselves. Because the banker is a bank. Money. Exactly, money. This is the whole point, the cornerstone. About them, about the money, we should talk more in details. So, what is money? Have you ever thought about it? The calculation tool, the measure of labor? As we are told from childhood, almost from the cradle, we have to work, work, and work. The money won't fall down from the sky. They should be honestly and hardly earned, etc., etc., etc. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Familiar and nauseating. Say it, by the way, to Abramovich, who honestly and hardly earned all his billions. Just for fun, say how to earn money honestly. You will laugh to death. Yes, we have to work, but what should we expect in the end? A small pension and half-starved old age? Poverty. You have spent all your life working on some oligarch. You have been taken away all your power, energy, and health. You've been squeezed like a lemon. And after that, you've just been thrown into the dustbin as the fulfilled material. Is this necessary? But this is the reality, horrific reality of modern society. This is what we should all expect in the end, almost certain. Everything ends up this way for the vast majority of people in today's world, as it ended up for their mothers, fathers, grandmothers, and grandfathers, as it will end up in the present state of affairs for their children and grandchildren, great-grandchildren, then in turn for their children and grandchildren, and so on. The way of the world. Why? All of this is wrong, unfair. It must not exist. Why do some people have to have everything, but others have nothing? Why do some people walk in golden slippers, but the others barely make ends meet? They don't know how to feed their children, although all of them work honestly. Why does it happen? After all, we are the people, the brothers. We are equal, aren't we? Then why? Because there is a lie around us. A huge, continuous, monstrous lie. Do not believe anything that is broadcasted daily on TV by satiated and well-groomed masters of life. And people are not, and the money is not even a measure of labor. All of this is an insolent and shameless lie. Lie, 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 and lie once again. It is the news which is hung on your ears. Why do they do this? Just to make it easier to manage people. So you are oligarch now, or even an ordinary worthless deputy. Are you equal with others? In what? You live in a different way, eat in a different way, and rest in a different way. In one day, he spends more than you spend in a year. His wife doesn't even get out of Kosovo. And yours? He is treated in the best Swiss clinics. And what about you? his children and yours. Have you compared? Well, where is your equality? Perhaps you are equal in rights, aren't you? Oh, I forgot about the rights. As it is written in our Constitution, isn't it? By the way, there are a lot of things written on the fence, too. Nice and intelligent things. Read in your spare time. You will be inspired by these things. And what kind of equal rights do we have with the oligarch or the banker? I'm just curious. Right to work? Well, we have such a right in our country. Nobody argues. Work hard for the benefit of... You work hard at the factory, and he, soon quickly, as they say, to each his own. The right to elect and to be elected. Well, you can elect, of course. You're welcome. Just vote. No matter how people vote, most important, how these votes are counted. And what about to be elected? Are you going to be elected somewhere? Do you have the money for that? Gold reserve for the election campaign? No? So breathe smoothly and relax. Come back to your factory. Continue to work hard. And do not rock the boat. The feast of life is not for you. It is for those who are more equal than you. What else is there? However, it is not the essence. There is no sense for further continuation. I hope everything is already clear. What kind of equal rights you both have and who are more equal. It is all about universal equality and fraternity. It is figured out, I think. Now we move on to the money. We won't talk about the measure of labor. These are fairy tales for idiots. Money is not any measure of labor. Otherwise, you would live like a lord, or maybe you don't work too much. I don't know. But what is money? Shackles, fetters, chains, durable and unbreakable chains holding the slaves in subjection more reliably than any steel. What are slaves in the 21st century? Do you ask me? What slaves? You and me, all around. You, me, him, her, all of us. We are all slaves, slaves of money. More precisely, we are slaves of those who print the money. We are slaves of our masters. Nothing has been changed at all during these centuries on earth. Oh, ho, ho, we live so far in the slave system. Only outwardly, everything has become more decent, more delicate, and more sophisticated. Our shackles are no longer heavy, rusty, and steel. They are invisible and weightless now. They don't seem to exist. You can go wherever you want. You can do whatever you want. You are free. But in fact, the shackles still exist. And damn, you are not free. Freedom is an illusion. Money, that's the point. Well, where can you go without money? It is not the Stone Age today. You cannot live in a cave. You cannot dress yourself in animal skins. And you cannot hunt for mammoth. And where are they, these damn mammoths? You need a house, clothes, food. And this is all about money, money, money. And once again, money. After all, everything around is just for the money. You cannot make a single step without them. But where do you find the money? That's right, you have to earn them. Do you hear? Clatter of chains, whistling of the whip, and shouting of overseers. Have you ever thought that it is immoral to sell yourself? That it is a kind of prostitution to sell your own strengths, brain, time? What is the difference from selling your own body? Yes, but will you object that people have to work? If everybody would stop doing their jobs, what's going to happen then? We will resettle to the caves again, and we will get dressed in animal skins, won't we? That's right. Everything is right. It is very reasonable.